doing something with magic-y?
Asura, is this truly the path you set me on? A fellow wanderer on the path. Greetings, I'm Vastari. If you plan to explore the Ashen Scar, I'd advise caution. Some dark intention has this canyon in a vice grip. An inopportune time for a visit. Then again, perhaps we're meant to be here. An undead awakening, as intense as it is unstable. The corpses emerge in fits and starts for now. But I can sense more stirring below, hundreds more. If left unchecked, these creatures may spill out into larger elsewhere, perhaps even lands beyond. Yes, maybe you can. I find myself having difficulty focusing. If the force that reanimates these corpses exerts pressure on the mind as well, that would be profoundly unsettling. I intend to search these ruins for answers. Will you join me? I'm glad to have your company. As I said, something about this place puts me ill at ease. Now, are you ready to proceed? It's the site of an ancient Khajiit temple to Azura, the Temple of the Hidden Moon. I conducted some research on the temple before I set out from Grotwood, but didn't find much. Something happened here that the Khajiit aren't keen to dredge up. Undoubtedly, what little scholarship I did find referred to a sprawling nest of catacombs beneath the temple, filled with Khajiiti dead. The adepts of the Hidden Moon watched over them, I think. Beyond that, there's nothing. That's the hope, yes. Azura's influence runs deep here, deeper even than whatever malevolent force stirred up the undead. She'll guide us to the answers. Of that I have no doubt. We did indeed. I recognized you, of course, but I find that reunions can get a bit awkward if one party doesn't recall the other. I'm glad I made an impression. You certainly did. I'd still be bumbling around Cold Harbor if not for you and Azura. The very same. I find that title rather coarse, but ultimately, titles tell more about the speaker than they do about the subject. Wouldn't you agree? In these lands, she's called Azura, Queen of the Night Sky and Mother to all Khajiit. Love. With Azura, everything begins with love. A love that is fierce, possessive, even cruel, but always true and impossibly deep. I mean no offense, but worshipping dead gods always struck me as a fantastically dull and unfulfilling tradition. Yes, though not as fervently as they used to. A prophet named Ridthari-Datta revealed the secrets of the Riddlethar to the Khajiit some years back, essentially creating a child's religion that sanded down the sharper edges of Khajiiti theology. I always hate to see a rich tradition usurped by a flimsy one, but ultimately it's the Khajiit's choice. What matters is that Azura loves them, and what my lady loves she always reclaims, eventually. Excellent. Let's be on our way then. The Hidden Moon Temple stands at the very center of the Ashen Scar. The adepts who lived there vanished centuries ago, but the air still crackles with arcane energy, necromantic energy. But there's more. A malice that... By Azura, that sound! Wait! My friend, wait! Forgive me. I didn't expect to face such resistance. Yes, and no. It felt as though I was struck blind and deaf, save for the sound of a beating heart. I think something tried to drive me back, then relented and tried to claim me instead. Oh, there's an intention to it, a greed and a hunger. You seem unaffected. Good. I can't go any farther, not until I understand the nature of this event. Take these descrying stones and place them throughout the canyon. They'll allow me to perceive this threat from a distance. The 3 stones act in concert, so be sure to place them in a broad pattern that encompasses the whole area. Now, you should set out. The sooner you place the descrying stones, the sooner I can locate the source of this evil. An experiment of mine. Expended soul gems reinfused with the smallest trace of my own spiritual essence. They allow me to perceive the world as lingering spirits do, making the invisible flow of animus and magicka visible. Well, for one thing, they'll allow me to conduct my search from far away. No small thing, given what just occurred. Once I see the flow of magicka in this place, I should be able to trace the corrupt energies back to their source. Perhaps. I hope so. At the very least, it will give us a fuller sense of what we're dealing with here. No, not at all. Truth be told, necromancy is my primary area of expertise. The study of souls, to be more specific. I trust that won't be a problem. The magical art of reanimating and communing with the dead. Most people find its coercive aspects abhorrent. I certainly wouldn't argue with that. Necromancy doesn't have to include thraldom. In any event, I hope you aren't too troubled by it. I'm sorry you feel that way, but truthfully, I don't blame you. We necromancers have a very poor track record when it comes to moral leadership. Even so, I hope that in working together, I can change your mind. Good. I sense, yes, some kind of wards infused into the architecture, though weakened by the march of time. Someone tried to prevent this.
Magister Irin never let me watch him do this. It's so interesting. The corruption here is just suffocating, like a dark fog rising from below, bidding the dead to serve. Excellent. My sight grows clearer. I see a maze of catacombs below. Undead rise there too. And something else. There's a concentration of dark energy in the exposed tomb at the center of the scar. Meet me there. Destroy it, quickly!
Your pathetic magics are useless here, witch of Azura. Flee while you can. The hour of my return has come.
Thank you for acting quickly, friend. The situation appears much worse than I thought. The being you just encountered, it was the shade of a dark lich, an undead Khajiit possessing unimaginable power. You just shattered one of his phylacteries. A focus, like an arcane vessel or container. Think of the stones I gave you earlier. Those contain a sliver of my essence, but nothing of what makes me who I am. Phylacteries contain much larger fragments of the soul, powerful but dangerous tools. You destroyed one, yes, and the shade simply taunted us. There must be others. If we're to have any hope of stopping this lich, we'll have to find and destroy all of them. A daunting prospect. They're probably well hidden. I admire your optimism, unfounded though it may be. Did you notice the body near the orb? He met his end recently. I intend to find out what he knows. Place this stone in the center of the room. It should ease the summoning process. No, nothing so complicated. I mean only to open the door for his spirit to speak to us. An invitation to converse. Nothing more. He may appear, he may not. But I think he'll want us to know what he learned, for vengeance sake, if nothing else. Your kindness does you credit, but we can't afford to pass over an opportunity like this. This lich will make very few mistakes. I promise you, if the soul cries out for relief or escape, I'll grant it without hesitation. It will amplify my senses, just like before. Finding one soul among millions is no small feat. Summoning rituals require extreme precision, friend. Darker things than mortal souls wait for summons too. In necromancy, even small mistakes are fatal. It will take all my concentration to maintain the ritual, so the questioning falls to you. I ask only that you proceed quickly. As I said before, an open door to spirit realm can draw unwelcome attention, so be concise, all right? No, nothing so complicated. I mean only to open the door. Stand back. Mithralas zelanfinal queridanere.
Willem, you must listen.
Speak with him, quickly.
We do not have much time. This one feels his spirit slipping away. The dark lich, Arum-Kal, has awakened. He rises like foul smoke from beneath the ashen scar. Arum-Kal, the ancient defiler, the dark adept, destroyer of the hidden moon. If he regains his full power, death and horror will scour all the sands of elsewhere. The orb. I tried to claim it for myself. It sent me to a realm of nightmares, where ur-mage's spirit reigns as king. He tore my soul to pieces, then used the remnants to awaken his body, and everything else in this cursed place. He... No more! Release me, please!
Azura, have mercy on him. I'd say he learned his lesson. Well done. I had hoped to glean a bit more, but that name is enough. Ur-mage the Dromathra, Ur-mage the Moonslayer. Mages whisper his name as they do that of the Worm King Manimako. Oh, I thought him long gone. Seems I was wrong. Whatever wards the disciples of this temple put in place to keep ur-mage bound are failing, and it's unlikely we'll find the means to mend them. We'll have to deal with this threat head-on. For that, I need your help. The Khajiit spirit called ur-mage the Dark Adept and the Ancient Defiler. Could ur-mage's fate and the fate of the Hidden Moon Adepts be intertwined? The former residents of the Hidden Moon Temple. They vanished centuries ago, but the ruins of their sanctuary remain. If they managed to seal a lich like ur-mage away, they clearly possess skills and techniques we can use. Yes, probably. Memories run deep in places like this, and where there are memories, there are spirits. Helpful ones, I hope. With any luck, one of them will answer our questions. Now, it's a long climb to the temple summit. Are you prepared? I'm going to take a moment to make sure we didn't miss anything here. I'll meet you at the temple summit soon, unless you needed something. Lichdom is a state of being, the most sophisticated form of undeath. While lesser necromancers busy themselves with other people's souls, liches turn inward, manipulating their own soul to gain power and extend their life. This is just academic curiosity, right? Because I can't overstate the risks. To become a lich, the necromancer must press their soul through an arcane vessel called a phylactery. This requires a lifetime of study, mind you, and fierce power of will. Souls contain tremendous power, but they place certain checks on mortal will. Divesting the two, soul and mortal form, removes these boundaries. The effect is a virtually limitless magical horizon. The process extracts a heavy toll, of course. Traveling through the phylactery can tear a lich's psyche apart, resulting in madness. Long separation from one's soul can lead to apathy and megalomania as well. In almost all cases, lichdom becomes a curse in very short order. A few. We should get back to the task at hand. Well, for starters, he's more than just a lich. He is also a Dromathra. Yes, sticks in the throat a bit, doesn't it? Dromathra means something like dark spirit in the Khajiit tongue, but I think that definition falls woefully short of describing them accurately. Something unique. Some mages believe they're Daedra who serve the Dark Prince Namira. Others contend that the Dromathra are just mortal Khajiit souls held in her thrall. Neither definition sounds right to me. There are things about Khajiit souls that even I, a master of soul conjuring, don't understand. For instance, only Khajiit can become Dromathra. This indicates there's some hidden capacity or dreadful flaw unique to the race. A duality. Yes, a tension between two opposing natures. A choice of some kind that no other race has to make. It's a fascinating puzzle. If we survive this, and that is a significant if. I intend to give it my undivided attention. I know little more than what I've already told you. I can guess its age from the state of the masonry and the religious motifs, I suppose. Early First Era, perhaps. The Hidden Moon adepts venerated Azura above other deities. That much is clear. Well, modern Khajiit teachings claim a third moon appears in the sky to usher in the birth of a new Main, the spiritual leader of the Khajiit. Perhaps there was a time when it meant something else. That would make sense. My lady carries a single moon in her right hand, and legends speak of her parting the Tamrielic moons, Massa and Secunda, with a whisper. Stands to reason that she might hold dominion over this third hidden moon too. I'm going to take a...
I helped. Don't underestimate us. Want to die? You're dangerous, huh? My magic will destroy you!
Ah, you've arrived. I sense there's a great deal to uncover here. It's as I thought. Spirits cling to practically every stone up here, some more sociable than others. One in particular, it feels welcoming, but old, wary. Have a look around. With any luck, at least one of these entities will present itself. Some kind of Khajiit children's tale?
You know better than that, Witch of Azura.
Greetings, Spirit. We've come in good faith.
Very well. Who is this youth who travels with you, I wonder? Come, child. Let old Mazamiri have a look at you. Trespasser or pilgrim? Both, I think. But you walk this path aimlessly, child. I am Mazamiri, clan mother of the Hidden Moon. Why are you here, I wonder? Too late for that. Our rewards flicker and fade. My children all lie dead. No one and nothing remains to stop Arunkal. We failed. I failed. Even if a champion emerged to wield the Moonlight blade, the hour is too late. Azura's sword of the faithful. Oof, you know nothing of our ways, child. Even so, I see strength in you, and great deeds in your wake. Read the stones that still stand here. We will see if your mind and spirit are as keen as your blades. How would you know what to ask? You know nothing. Just read the stones, child. The only people more impatient than the very young are the very old. And Mazamiri is very old indeed. Deeds now, questions later.
So, the adepts acted as soul shepherds, ushering true souls to paradise and bent souls to this great darkness. Quite a task.
So, the adepts charged themselves with defending the liminal border between this world and oblivion, the lunar lattice, as they saw it. Gatekeepers of a sort. Intriguing. I see. The Hidden Moon Adepts practiced a form of necromancy here, pressing the souls of their corrupted kin into service so that they might be redeemed. Fascinating.
Come now, Wanderer. If you are not afraid, I have more to show you. Do you see now, child? We servants of the Hidden Moon protected and guided the people's souls, both true souls and bent, guardians and redeemers. Now, all that remains of our order are old stones and old spirits. Spirits like me. Azura's twilight path, the path to love and redemption, is fraught with perils and temptations. I thought I prepared our adepts to face the darkness without falling to it. I failed. Call is the result. How easy you make it sound. You may know that the dust storm will tear down your house, but knowledge alone will not beat back the wind. A wise corpse is no less dead. Come, Mazamiri will teach you one last lesson. Now for the story no teaching stone can tell. Call served our order for many years as our greatest champion. But as his power grew, so did his pride. In time, he renounced his faith in Azura and turned to the dark path, the way of the Dromatra. Many adepts fell under his sway, and the order collapsed into civil war. The battles sundered the temple and blighted the canyon below. We triumphed in the end, but Call would not die. He fled, seeking refuge in one of his orbs. We locked the orbs away, but now our wards grow brittle, and Call prepares to emerge once again. Only a warrior of the Hidden Moon can end this, and only with the powers of the Moonlight Blade. Make no mistake, child. Call's power and hatred have only grown since we first locked him away. The remnants of our order spent their waning years looking for a way to destroy him permanently. We found one, but it carries great risk. It is more than a blade. It is a gateway, a path, a key, a sacred tool of our order, given to us by Azura herself. Perhaps you can bear this weapon's weight, perhaps not. This calls for another test, I think. Only a handful of adepts have ever held the Moonlight Blade, and each of them possessed a will of iron. I need to know your quality. I will conjure dark spirits in the next chamber. Banish them without falling yourself, and the blade is yours. I would worry if you didn't. Well, go on. Ask your questions, child. Arumkal was one of my greatest pupils. Strong, very strong, and sharp as Boethra's tongue. Like you, he asked endless questions. Why, Mazamiri, why? Why? Why do we not aid more Dromathra? Why fear Namira if we bear Azura's blade? Why do we fear at all? My answers never satisfied him. He was fiercely loyal to Azura, but resentful too. Impatient and powerful enough to doubt our warnings. When the time came to select a new steward of the Moonlight Blade, Azura chose another to wield it. Shandori, his friend and rival. Arumkal grew furious. He cursed Azura and swore revenge on the mother who spurned him. Soon after, yes, he whispered lies to his fellow adepts, convinced them that Azura treated us as slaves and worse. Then came the battle. We did not realize what Arumkal had become when the fighting started. Now we know. Only the very crude would call it necromancy. Yes, we reanimated the skeletons of fallen Khajiit, but always as a path to redemption. The Dromathra who possessed those bones did so to earn their way back to paradise. By fighting for their true spirited kin, victory illuminated the soul and loosened Namira's hold on them. When the noise of the dark faded, even for an instant, they would remember who they were. Then we sent them home, to the crossing. On the edge of eternity, Azura watches over the gates of the crossing behind the lunar lattice. It is a twilight realm where death's tide reaches the afterlife shore. Khajiit must pass through it before they reach what waits beyond. As I said before, it is a gift from our mother, Azura, and the greatest treasure of our order. Those who learn the Moonlight Blade's discipline can cut through the boundaries between worlds and usher souls from one realm to another. We did, but despite the sword's power, Arumkal escaped to a place where we could not follow. The adepts who survived our war with the Lich made great sacrifices to further empower the blade. But by the time we were done, none remained to wield it. Yes, it is. He twisted our powers to create something profane. We must use our powers to destroy it. The Dromathra approach, child. Will you dance to the song of the dark? Or will you close your ears and fight? Well done. Come, the sword is just ahead. Behold, child, Shandori, guardian of the Moonlight Blade. Know that if you take the sword, you take an oath to destroy Arumkal as well.
Mazamiri. So, the fateful moment is upon us.
It is, Shando.
So, Mazamiri's champion arrives at last. Then the battle is upon us. Azura be praised. I am Shandori of the Hidden Moon. Together, we will destroy the dark spirit of Arumkal. The blade and I are one. Long ago, I turned away from the sands behind the stars, from paradise, and asked Azura to let me reside within this sword instead. Here, I will stay until Arumkal has hissed his last. Patience. The blade has rested here for too long. My connection to Azura and the lunar lattice feels faint, weak. We cannot face Arumkal until we restore the sword to its former strength. We should seek out this sword mender as soon as possible. Arumkal has spent centuries plotting this escape. If he regains his full strength, even the powers of the Moonlight Blade may fall short. Yes, it does my heart good to see her again. She was my teacher, and after Arumkal betrayed us, she became a dear friend as well. Mazamiri swore to safeguard the blade and the temple for as long as necessary. As always, she was true to her word. Speaking about oneself is an act of vanity. I prefer to let my actions speak for me. As you wish. In life, I serve the Order as a defender of the Lattice and steward of the Moonlight Blade. Any dark creature that crept into this world fell by my hand. Arumkal fought at my side for many years, but I failed to see the dark in him. Missed or chose not to see. Banishing spirits brought him too much joy. A hidden moon adept's true calling lies in charity, humility, forgiveness. Our dominion over Khajiiti's souls made us guides and confessors. Violence was always a last resort. Arumkal was my brother. I tried to... He would not see reason. He does not seek forgiveness or redemption. He thirsts for power and death, and must be destroyed. On this subject, I will say no more. An ancient gift from our patron Azura. We prayed over it under the lantern light of Joan and Jode for 6 months, before channeling my soul into it. The blade will not fail us. You have my word. It exists here on Nirni, but not only here. I would say more, but simply describing the blade's power does it no justice. Restore the sword, champion. By the grace of Azura, all will become clear soon. Dark moons, has the faith truly withered that much? Azura is the mother of all Khajiit. She lifted us up and bound us to the lunar lattice. Hers is the gift of Jakaje, the eternal, unified spirit of our people, and all are perfect forms. Yes, Azura charged us with safeguarding lost souls and bringing them back to her embrace. Every soul of the Jakaje is sacred. I served her in life. I serve her still in death, and I will serve her in any life that is yet to come.
Brave Chandori will guide you now, child. But do not fear. Old Mazamiri will be watching.
Oh, welcome back.
A witch of Azura? You bring worthy allies to this battle, sword wielder.
And you've made a new friend, I see. Excellent.
She is not of the Jakaje, but I can sense a deep devotion to Azura from this ally of yours. Mother is guiding us, as she always does.
I didn't gather up any ancient spirits like you, but I did make a vital discovery. In studying the phylactery you destroyed, I identified 3 more orbs hidden deep within the temple catacombs. We should make destroying them a priority. The Moonlight blade, eh? And I assume this spirit bound himself to the sword somehow. Fascinating. With this blade, and a wise spirit guiding us, we finally have a real chance at defeating Arumkal. Well done, my friend. Azura's will resonates within that Moonlight blade, but it's so faint, like a voice at the far end of a darkened hallway, or the other side of a stone door. That's it! This sword, Arumkal's phylacteries, they're not vessels, they're gateways. I told you before, Arumkal's phylactery felt different somehow, cavernous. Now I see it wasn't a vessel. It was a gate to another realm, a realm of horror that he controls. This Moonlight blade serves as a gate too, a door to the afterlife. Something about the enchantment. It's purposeful. Its strength seems tied to your new friend's will to serve. Fighting the undead with a sword near to hand might be enough to restore it. We'll need it fully charged to defeat Arumkal. The undead outside should provide the power you need. If you strike them down, I'm confident the sword and the spirit within will do the rest. You should share this with Chandori, was it? I doubt he'll object. He seems more than ready to fight. I can't be sure, but the theory seems sound. The hidden moon sword can draw souls from one realm and banish them to others. If anything can pry Arumkal away from his source of power and destroy him, it would be a weapon like that. Comfortable? No, of course not. But life is full of little concessions. By all accounts, pride and malice corrupted Arumkal's soul completely. He's beyond redemption. That doesn't leave us many options. I really can't be sure. If his hatred of Azura runs as deep as Mazamiri thinks, he might rain down miseries upon her followers, or seek to collapse her lunar lattice. In either case, the suffering here on Nirn would be unimaginable. The world you see is just a small fraction of all it is, my friend. Realms of oblivion, pocket dimensions, the ethereal plane, the orbis is incomprehensibly vast. But many pathways between realms do exist here in Tamriel. A good question. The Moonlight blade clearly ushers Khajiiti's souls from one fate to another. The great darkness of Namira, or Khajiiti paradise, whatever that might be. The Riddlethar cult would have them believe that Kenathi, the wind god, whisks their souls away to sands behind the stars. A sugary paradise. Oh, I have my doubts. The Hidden Moon adepts revere Azura. I suspect they send redeemed Khajiit to her. Somewhere else entirely. If my suspicions are correct, they connect to a plane of his own making, a twilight place where only dark spirits can thrive. To conjure up an entire plane of existence, it's an ambition that few mages have realized.
So, Arumkal's orbs lead to a shadow realm of some kind. Moon's mercy. Is he so desperate to be free of Azura, to be free of us, that he would cast himself into a prison of his own making? Enough of that. How can we strengthen the blade? In that case, it will soon sing with Moonlight. Azura gave us this weapon to drive bent spirits back into oblivion. I'm eager to do her good work again. So is the Moonlight blade. Yes, sword wielder. And may Azura bless our labors. The ancient texts tell us that when we pass on, we rejoin our mother Azura. She awaits us on the other side of the crossing, and welcomes us home with open arms. In joining Azura, we also rejoin the Jakaje. The great well of Khajiiti spirits, the eternal soul that binds one cat to another. Arumkal hates Azura, and fears reunion with the souls of his people. That is why he created this dead realm of his. We will destroy it utterly. A darkness like Arumkal's cannot be cast out. We must end it permanently. Sword wielder, the power of the Moonlight blade is breaking.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
I can feel the power returning. Every dark spirit strengthens the blade's connection to the crossing. The bridge between Nirni and what lies beyond. These spirits know nothing but hunger. One day they will repent of their sins. Not today, though. So we banish them back to the void. Good. The Moonlight blade sings the Hidden Moon song again. Take it to Azura's gate. We will speak further there.
Well, look at you. Luck follows you, I swear. You can get back on your feet. Come on!
We may have a problem. This gate
Will the
won't
High
budge.
Elves build our
Speak to
embassy
Chandelier,
even
would
uglier
you?
than theirs? But no, this one shouldn't complain.
Even I, a faithful servant of Azura, can't open a door bearing her likeness. More than a little frustrating, I can tell you. Honestly, no. I feel like my bones are about to burst out of my skin. I had hoped to aid you in the fight, but I fear my health will decline even further once we enter the temple. A result of my peculiar condition, I guess. Haven't you guessed? I'm not, strictly speaking, alive. I mask it with complex illusions, but yes, and there you are. It makes me powerful, but here it also makes me vulnerable. If I lose focus for even a moment, Ur-Mkal's will could dominate me. What? About me turning on you? No. Not yet, anyway. Despite all the horrors we've witnessed, Ur-Mkal hasn't reclaimed his full power yet. I meant for that to sound encouraging. My will is strong enough to keep him at bay. You have my word.
Azura's Gate. I had almost forgotten its beauty. No door bearing Azura's likeness is locked to the wielder of the Moonlight Blade. Once we enter the temple, we must look for Ur-Mkal's orbs. To destroy them, we must first defeat their protectors, Shades of Ur-Mkal. That task falls to you. They will try to flee back into the orb, but I will dance across the breach and destroy them on the other side before they escape. Without the shade to protect them, the orbs will shatter, and those doors to Ur-Mkal's realm will collapse. The power of the Moonlight Blade should dissolve the wards and allow us to enter the temple. Harness that power, and we can proceed. Slivers of Ur-Mkal's soul, fragments of the whole that exist only to defend Ur-Mkal and his phylacteries. We thought they were simple animated shadows at first. We learned, too late, that they are much more than that. Only loose fragments, the width and breadth of Ur-Mkal's soul. It would burst the heart of most Khajiit. It will take much more than slaying these shades to bring an end to the Dark Adept. Witch of Azura, where will we find the Dark Adept's orbs?
His corrupt stench billows out of the northern vault, but darkness gathers to the east and west, too.
Then we strike east and west. Destroying those orbs should weaken Ur-Mkal before our final attack.
I can't risk approaching him while he remains at full strength. I'll do what I can from here. Azura guide you, my friends.
Woo! That was fun.
Azura, your soul belongs to the boy. Fools, servants of a false queen, you will scream for mercy when I...
Quiet now. Time to serve your penance.
Nicely done.
Come, give your soul to me. Shandor, how did you...
Through faith and loyalty, brother.
Well done. Destroying the orbs diminished Arumkal's power, but I don't know for how long. You have to strike now.
Back out of it, come on!
Arumkal's fury clouds my vision. I need to get closer. Don't wait for me. Destroy him.
Azura's bid arrives at last. I will teach you to feel the dark. You always did underestimate me, Shadow.
Destroying me will not save you, brother. Another wields the Moonlight Blade.
And they will share your fate soon enough.
I arrived too late, damn. The veil is paper thin near the orb, friend. Use the Moonlight Blade. It might allow you to widen the breach. You can still catch him if you act quickly.
Azura, upon all the spirits of my fallen kin, I pray, lend me strength. You followed? Azura be praised. My failure may not doom us after all. I hesitated, Sword Wielder. Despite all the years, all the sorrows, I still thought I could save him. Now, he prepares to reconstitute himself, to escape once again. He is. I know he is. But, Moons, forgive me. I have such doubts. How could any Khajiit abandon Azura completely? Especially a Khajiit as great as Arumkal. No. I cannot afford such thoughts. Not anymore. Good. Bring this tale to an end, my friend. Tighten your jaws, harden your heart, and strike true. You will defeat him. I know this, because despite his strength, your will is stronger. Trust in Azura, and in yourself. Moons guide you, Sword Wielder. Moons guide. Well done, Sword Wielder. Come, we have little time.
You must not, witch. Arumkal was his realm. Now it collapses.
No, I can find them.
There, a portal.
We haven't much time. Reach for me.
Do not worry for me, friend. Go.
Shambo, he will not make it.
Don't despair. I won't abandon them.
Destroying Arumkal's dark spirit destabilized this realm. You must go, Sword Wielder, before it collapses. Do not worry for Shandori. Thanks to you, my vow to destroy the Dark Adept is fulfilled. I do not know. Arumkal dealt my soul a terrible blow. What remains may simply disappear when the realm dissolves. I cannot be sure. What matters is that we destroy the Dark Lich's blight and redeem the Order of the Hidden Moon. No, I lack the strength to take hold of the Moonlight Blade as I did before. If Azura still has use for me, she may pluck me from this place. If not, then this is farewell. Strong will, Sword Wielder. Oh, you walk the path in strange times, my kin. Look to the old teachings and the spirits of our ancestors. Azura, Boethra, and Mafala will teach you. Learn from them and keep the faith. Now go. Strong will, Khajiit.
There, they emerge.
No, I lost Chandori. I am sorry.
You have nothing to apologize for. I trained Shando to face the dark. He will find his way. I am certain of it. The sword wielder returns. Azura be praised. In my younger years, we would honor your victory with song and garlands of sugarcane. Mazamiri is too old to sing now, but she honors you all the same.
You returned victorious. What a relief. From this side of the portal, I could only see white flames slashing through the shadows. Even so, I'm confident you sundered Arumkal's spirit. I am sorry about Chandori. I just couldn't reach far enough. There may be one way, though it's not without risk. Arumkal's realm is one of absolute darkness. If I reach out for sparks of light, I may be able to gather enough to reconstitute Chandori's soul. Your friend's soul is so thoroughly shattered, I can't be sure that what I'm gathering is actually Chandori. Any sliver of spirit that's free of Arumkal's corruption will come through as well. Summoning unknown spirits is not always wise. Of course I am. When I give you the signal, hold the Moonlight blade aloft. I'll draw the spiritual fragments through the sword, then send them on to realms beyond. Be ready to act if something other than Shando appears, all right? Stand in the ritual circle and raise the Moonlight blade. I will do the rest. Frost, shattered light, come forth. Cast off your shadows and heed my call.
Chandori is whole. Azura shows me mercy.
Shando, is that you?
Yes, brother. It's time to go home.
It's so dark. I can't.
Come. I will show you the way.
My children, did you see them? Chandori never lost faith as I did. He did not give in to fear or doubt, even as the stones fell around us. Arumkal, my boy. Be gentle, Kanathi. Be merciful, Azura. My children are coming home.
So, Arumkal wasn't beyond redemption after all. That's heartening. If a creature like the Dark Adept can rediscover the light, perhaps other lost souls can do the same. I think I'll stay here a while. The Adepts of the Hidden Moon still have a great deal to teach us, it seems. As for you, the Moonlight Blade remains in your care. Wield it justly, and never forget what we accomplished here. Azura guide you, friend. We may have sundered and redeemed Arumkal, but his thralls remain. Ushering those spirits back to oblivion will keep me busy for some time. As for you, you have Azura's eye now. She'll guide you to glory. You need only listen. It appears so, with our help, of course. You should be very proud, my friend. Bringing a person so thoroughly corrupted back to the light is practically unheard of. My conjuring ritual drew every speck of light from Urumkal's realm of darkness. It appears that beneath all that evil, some kernel of Urumkal's better nature remained intact. A discovery as startling as it is uplifting. On to the next life, I suppose. Perhaps to my lady, Azura herself. Wherever they go together, and that is an encouraging thought. Well done, my friend.